All right, everybody, we're gonna do a special stream here. I'm gonna do Tcap reactions, and we're gonna focus on. This is gonna be a very Winnie oriented stream going on here. I'm gonna focus on the really weird predators that had uh fucking piss and shit fetishes, amongst other things. Um, so the first one I'm gonna go with here is Lance Fine, and he goes by First and Grand, which at first I didn't know acronym. I just saw the First and Grand Predator. So I was like, wait, is this like the first guy they caught or something? Like that's the first thing that came to my mind is I thought, oh, was this like the first dude they caught on the show or something? I didn't know any better. That I looked at the thing, I was like, oh shit. Yeah, I guess the guy's got a sense of humor about it, um, because put the layers together and you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, let's get into it. This guy, he likes little boys to use and abuse him. Um, Probably do this one from the Capping channel.
My name's Chris Mason. I'm an investigator with the State Attorney's Office.
How are you?
Oh, you know what? This looks like it's an interrogation. I'm looking for the footage, so I'll go with this one from Bashnola.
He later pleaded not guilty to 3 felony counts, including using a computer to expose himself to a minor. Coming up, we head back to the beach, where this man is screening his calls.
Let's turn it off until we're done talking.
My crew called you because they had the cell phone number that you gave the boy in the chat.
What's the police officer doing?
This is 39-year-old Juan Lee, who works in a printing shop.
How are you?
It looked like a restaurant. But we're not here for Juan Lee right now, so we're gonna skip the restaurant and we're gonna start going to the toilet. Actually, you know what? This guy did work at a restaurant himself too. What's the Hard Rock Cafe, I believe? Oh, here we. Hey, look, there's our homeboy Frag. I kind of feel bad for Frag sometimes. Everyone's always making fun of him for sitting and being, heavy set and like, oh, he gets all the snacks from the decoys and stuff and just eats it all the whole day. But I looked him up and he became like a power lifter and stuff. Like he got in shape. He lost weight. He works out. Um, he's not like super sculpted or whatever, but that's more of an aesthetics type thing. He's got like the power build, like the strong build. So yeah, Frag put all his stats into strength. So good for Frag. That's an improvement.
Boy. In the meantime, we're expecting another visitor. Not here at the house, but at the nearby beach. He's 32-year-old Lance Fine. Fine works as a waiter at the Hard Rock Cafe in Orlando. Online, Fine uses the screen name First and Grand.
So I wonder how old that photo is because he actually has some hair here. You can already see the hairline starting to recede a bit. He's kind of got the fading glory going on here. He kind of looks like it's actually kind of like what Hulk Hogan had when he had a little bit of hair left. It's starting to like really like go away in the 80s before he had like the famous full on skullet. He kind of had like a very receded far back. It's kind of weird. Like fucking Hulk Hogan looked worse in the 80s than he did like the 90s and 2000s. I was like, he looks older in the fucking 80s than he did when I was growing up watching him on fucking WCW. Ah, shit, I miss those days. Talking about the wrestling DVDs. I used to enjoy watching like fucking WCW and ECW and WWF with my pops. So that's just fond memories. uh, especially since he's not around anymore. Uh, so yeah, back to the first and grand here though. Yeah, as I mentioned, first and grand. So if you it brings back like those South Park type memories there.
To speak to a decoy named Scott, who told him he's a 14-year-old boy. Early
Hey, it's decoy's named Scott. That's a first. Normally it's like Luke. It's always fucking Luke. I guess they got Luke like just like Luke is just like pimping himself out to all these guys. So hey, at least they got someone different this time.
in the chat, Fine asks, "Do you like older guys?"
Yeah, I like people that are nice.
The decoy reminds Fine they've talked before in a gay men's chat room. During this chat, Fine doesn't waste any time, vividly detailing his sexual fantasies.
I'd so love to get beaten up by you and be your toilet.
Well, I can't do that over the internet.
Fine says he'll bring alcohol.
So you got that right there. That's it's really fucking bizarre, dude. Like as you know, Michael Walker said, we all have our fetishes, but it's just like who derives enjoyment from, well, first off, violence and self-harm. So there's who, I don't know who derives enjoyment from being harmed. Um or being like completely humiliated like that. And it's just really disgusting. Like, yeah, I don't care. People go, so else don't kink shame. It's like, dude, there's something fucking wrong with you. You want piss and shit like in your mouth and stuff. Like, um, God, there's this guy. Somebody told me, but I looked him up. Um, trying to remember his name. He kind of looked like fucking Mark Hamill or something. Mark Redwine, and he had photos of himself. It was really fucked up story. He had photos of himself and wearing women's clothes, and I think he had like like a baby bib or something on, and he had, like shit filled diapers that he was eating the shit out of, and his son's just like, what the hell is this? And he killed his son in a fit of rage, and then like chopped up his corpse, and it is pretty fucking horrible, dude. Like, I can't imagine that. And the kid was like on a, well, I don't know what they call that. Not supervised, but court appointed visits. So he was kind of like forced to visit his like douchebag of a dad, and only to find out that his dad's like a really fucking degenerate weirdo, and then his dad killed him for it. So it's just really fucked up. But yeah, let's hear what Lance wants to do.
And describes graphically how he wants the teen to have sex with him. But he also suspects that Scott might not be a real teen.
But this could be a trap, and I could go to jail.
Nah.
Well, the thought did cross my mind, but damn, you're ready.
Fine gives Scott his cell phone number and asks him to call. The actor we hired makes the call.
I can meet you at the beach across the street.
Fine agrees to meet the teen at the beach, so we deploy our 19-year-old male actor on the boardwalk across the street from our undercover house. Soon, Fine shows up, parks down the beach, and starts walking towards the decoy.
Are you Lance? Hey, I'm Derek. It's Derek. Are you Lance?
Wait a second. How'd it go from Scott to Derek? No wonder why Lance ran away. Come on, perverted justice, dude. Like, I know you guys like using the same name, and we already know how Derek fucked over Lon. Fucking yeah, cocksucker, Derek. Tell Derek stay away from you, my baby girl. But I mean, yeah, you can't tell him your name's Scott, and he's looking for a Scott, and then show up and say, "Hey, my name's Derek. You Lance, my name's Derek." You'd be like, "Wait, I didn't talk to anyone named Derek. How's the Derek know my name?" I mean, I love it because it's hilarious, but like, really, like, I don't know how they managed to capture so many people with like really like dumb mistakes or things they did, like you know, the fact they set more than 6 different, well, like 5 different girls, and then you know Casey was the 6th one. Who looked none of them looked anything alike of each other. um, you know, it worked on Lauren because he's, you know, fucking he got Down syndrome, but I don't think it would work on most of these people. Like, you don't really become a predator by being. I mean, these people are stupid, but you don't really become a predator like a successful one by being stupid like that. You know, they're gonna be. They know what they're doing is wrong and it's fucked up, and uh, people with any sort of conscience would want their head on a pike for what they did. So they're not like put themselves in, um, you know, out in the open type situations. And they're not gonna, you know, they're gonna be very cautious. So, with like the exception of somebody like Lauren, you know, you don't think that would really work on most of these individuals.
But Fine clearly suspects something and begins to head back towards his car.
He's walking back towards the other pier. He's not answering my call.
So I decide to head him off and try to speak with him.
What's going on? Just out riding around. Hey, is that you right there? That is me.
So then you would be the one who had this chat online.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Lick your blank. Sure, if you want to lick it clean. And how old is the boy that you came to see today?
I don't know what you're talking about.
14, male flagler.
Must have been somebody on my computer.
Somebody on your computer, huh? So somebody was on your computer.
I love that, and I love how Chris just like gives it back to him, like, you know, he doesn't, you know, there's no hesitation here with Chris. He's just like, you know, oh, someone else is on your computer, but you showed up here. You know, that makes a lot of sense. You know, someone else must have went and hacked your stuff and set up this arrangement, but you showed up. Wouldn't it be someone else showing up? Like, yeah.
Computer who made plans to meet right down here, and magically you showed up.
I'm not going to say anything.
I want to lay on my back a pillow and let you sit on my chest with your knees over my forearms and punch me repeatedly.
That's funny.
That's funny.
I mean, to be fair, it is pretty funny. Like he just laughed at his own thing because it's just like, it's just a really weird fucking thought. Like, you know, you want like a little boy to get on top of you and beat you till like you're almost dead. Like, like what? How's that gonna work, dude? Like, and how you gonna explain that shit? Like, you're gonna have to go to the hospital and stuff, and you know, the person, you know, you think they get arrested for assault or whatever. And like, how the fuck would that work? Oh, the Tcap. Hey, what's up, Patrick? How you doing? Tcap clip sounds a bit loud compared to your voice. I was sorry. Let me try reducing the volume here a little bit. See if that will change things. Yeah, yeah. Dude, I don't fucking get it. Like, you're gonna wind up in the hospital. This little boy is gonna wind up getting like some fucking charge for assault or some shit. Like, you know, what are you thinking? I don't I don't know how this like works. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it this way. I'm a pretty simple dude. I'm a, you know, I was gonna put it that way. I'm like a fucking caveman. Yeah, I see Big Booba, and that's what I want. Like, it's the way I see it. Life is all suffering. I'm always like in a constant, perpetual state of suffering and like decay and death. So the one thing that is like, you know, a release and like a pleasant thing in life is, you know, when you having wind up having, you know, relations and stuff like that. So, you know, when I'm with my girl or whatever, the last thing I want is to feel any sort of fucking pain or hurt. Like, that's the last fucking thing on my mind. It's So I'm like, I deal with that shit on a daily basis. Yeah, neuron activated. I'm like a silverback gorilla, bro. Like, we're at the end of the day all fucking apes. And, I just want like a dummy thick, girl, like, and that's all I want is this type of shit kind of reminds me of I don't know. It seems to be like a thing with like people nowadays. Like they have like this idea that everything has to be like some top or bottom thing, and the idea of a top is like you're just like just like a fucking asshole who like everything has to be around you, and you just like abuse your whoever you're with, and then the bottom just like takes everything. I don't know, dude. What happened is just having like something that's a mutual, enjoyable experience. I don't fucking get it. Like, just give me like a BBW with like sexy feet, and I'm good. This guy, I don't fucking know what his problem is.
What's your screen name, Lance?
I have a few on my account.
Is one of them First and Grand?
Yes, that is the primary one.
Okay.
I don't know what you want me to say here.
Well, I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. We're doing a story on adults who try to meet kids online for sex.
I've never done anything like that.
You've never done anything. You didn't do this here today.
No.
You didn't have this chat.
No, sir.
Then the potential predator's phone begins to buzz. It's the decoy calling to verify that it's the same person he spoke with earlier. Did you want to answer your phone?
Was it ringing?
Yeah.
See, man, you fucked up. You should have put your phone on silent. If you would have done that, then you could have. So, what are you talking about? I'm not getting a phone call. Huh? But again, I mean, I guess he kind of plays it off somewhat okay compared to these other guys. If I'm not mistaken, he does ask for a lawyer, which is smarter than most of these individuals, but it's still kind of like, I don't know, dude. It's just like a strange situation here.
Let's turn it off until we're done talking.
You know who just called you?
I just noticed the camera guy. I'm gonna pull back just a sec. If you look on the camera guy on the right over here, it looks like King Cobra. We got is Cobes here? Right here. He's like, hey, dudes. Yeah, it's Friday, tubes. Get this man a sushi burger and some fucking some Mountain Dew to mix with the fucking brew, man. That's all. That's all. Give him a wand. RIP to the homeboy Scotty, bruh. I just love that. We got King Cobra here, right next to Chris.
You know who just called you?
Could have been my mother for all I know.
I can tell you exactly who it was. It was my crew who called you because they had the cell phone number that you gave the boy in the chat.
What's the police officer doing here?
That is a good question.
Get off the ground now!
King Camera, dude. Yeah, we got King Camera. I used to say that Michael Willett's generic white male looks a lot like King Cobra, like he could be his dad or something. But maybe this guy is King Cobra's dad. I don't know.
There you go.
You have the right to remain silent. After he's read his rights, Fine decides not to speak without a lawyer present.
Okay. So wait for him, please. Okay.
Police find a bottle of Crown Royal and marijuana in his car.
The unfortunate part is, and this is coming from someone who doesn't even like I've never fucking smoked or anything. I don't care for the shit. But the sad part is he'd probably get a heftier sentence from that little nugget of weed or that bottle of Crown Royal than he would for wanting to rape a little boy. And the fact that it's a little boy too, people don't seem to give a shit if it's a male victim, is pretty fucked up.
He's charged with 3 felonies, including possession of a controlled substance and attempting a lewd act upon a minor. Fine later pleaded not guilty. The Hard Rock Cafe told us Fine no longer works there. Coming up, you'll meet one of our more
All right, so that was Lance Fine. That's our first poo-poo predator for Winnie. You know, we're doing a fecal matter oriented stream here in honor of Winnie. Um, so we're gonna go on to our next one, Twink Toilet. All right, I'm gonna go with this one. It's from Highlight Zone. It's gonna show his segment, a classic segment here.
Meanwhile, back at the house, men continue to show up.
Come on in. How you doing?
Okay, so from the very beginning, dude, I didn't know that. Like, why did he decide to wear a tan shirt? Like, the shirt looks like it looks like he's walking around with an open like dress shirt and nothing underneath. Like, and I'm sorry, dude. Especially like I'm not trying to be fucked up here, or whatever. Like, I'm on the heavier side. You know, so I mean, I'm not even trying to make fun of his weight, but when you're a big guy like that, like there's certain looks that just aren't gonna really work for you. At least not like in the public and stuff. Um, you know, and yeah, I just I mean, also I see this, I'm like, okay, at least my gut's not that big, like, and I do lift, so I got kind of like the strong, kind of like the old timey strong man look going here. Like really thin as a gym rat, but unfortunately I put on weight, so now I'm trying to focus more on like a strength build. Um, but yeah, fucking Edward Hollingsworth here looks like he put all his stats into fucking McDonald's or some shit.
Because I'm not there, the decoy invites a suspect to come up to the house, but then quickly locks the door.
I like how, like, what was the point of having him open the door to lock it on him? Like, could they just like give him a phone call, have him walk up to the door and knock or something? Like, it would have done the same effect. It just seemed kind of like a waste of effort. But hey, look, I mean, I understand that it's probably like 2006 here. Yeah, he's bloat maxing, dude. You're right. What if he's like Kiriakos Grizzly? He's got like the super strength going on. Um, but yeah, look as he's got the DMAC Bluetooth headset. I know, like at the time, everyone was wearing that shit. It's atrocious. I always hated the stupid Bluetooth. 'Cause he always just looked like a tool with those stupid headsets going on. Uh, DMAC was the OG. Now Lord. I guess Lord finally like got enough money after ripping off Betty to afford one of those shitty headsets. But another thing is his fucking hair. His hair is like a mystery to me. Look at that. Like he's kind of got like a half head of hair going on. But when we see him from the front, um, it's really weird. Like he's got like these like I don't know. It's got like these like strands that like stayed, but most of them like left. It almost looks like rather than hair, it looks like he like fell on a porcupine or something, and his like spines broke off into his head or some shit.
Which gives the Murphy Post the chance to move in.
Oh, dude, look! I fucking love this. You gotta know whoever these police were having like just the fucking when they're like they did the Call of Duty like first person camera. They pulled out the guns on him. Like this like the one of the least threatening predators they ever pulled out. He's just like, he's just some fat dude standing there. There's people who have been far more intimidating, and people that have had guns. They've had guns on their own, or someone like maybe like Loverman Genius, for example. Like he's built like Loverman Genius. Look, he looks he looks like Bobby Lashley for one. Like, he's built like a pro wrestler. So you would be like, okay, yeah, he's more of a visible threat even without a weapon. But somebody like this, like he looks like he's gonna get winded just going up that one step. So funny that they like pull out the guns and everything. This reminds me of like the camo because when we did our Marvin Lackhead reaction, we got to see the camouflage dude like leap out and get a Marvin Lackhead. So it's just I just love like the theatrics here.
Okay, get on the bell.
And place him under arrest.
Here, I got handcuffs. Got one in custody.
Oh man, at least
Three
they'll
men you
pull
just
down
saw
the
arrested are booked, photographed, and brought into an interrogation room for questioning. This is 35-year-old Edward Hollingsworth. Online, he planned a date for sex with a boy who's 13.
I cannot believe I did this. My best friend's mom is...
Okay, so you can see his hair right there, like he's kind of got a Lauren going on. He's that's kind of like Lauren's hairline. I guess he's got a little bit more of a tuft than Lauren does. Because, like, Lauren, like, literally has a dick on his head. Like, he's got, like, the balls right here. He's got, like, a half head of hair with the balls at the, kind of like the bald spot. And he's got, like, a little tuft of hair that stayed in the front. So it looks like the head of a dick. And I know, like, Lauren's obsessed with dicks. He's so obsessed with dicks that he's literally got it on his own skull. He's got dick on the mind. And looks like Peter Griffin was Joe or Quagmire's mom dying of cancer. Was it Joe or Quagmire's mom? I'm not sure. I love that excuse. It's like, my best friend's mom was dying of cancer, so I decided to go after this little boy. you know, I don't understand how that's relevant. It's just such a weird fucking excuse. It's up there. It's one of the funnier ones. Uh, I think probably one of the best excuses was fucking hamburger with the I'm past that stage. It's like, okay, you like you're like willing to say it. I mean, first off, he wouldn't need to get an erection to molest somebody. I mean, if we're gonna be honest here, you know, he wouldn't need that. But it's an interesting defense. Like, it's one of the more creative ones. Like, he's willing to like embarrass himself and say my dick don't work, so I couldn't like molest somebody as an excuse. But man, fucking Peter Griffin here. Stanley's past life too. Both him and Hamburger are rotting in hell right now. um, yeah, Peter Griffin here though. Like, why would you wear a shirt that's the same color? Well, not the same color, but it did look at first. But why did you wear a shirt that's almost your skin color? Like, he's looking like he's walking around in those shirt into some big ass titties. Fucking Peter Griffin here with the big ass titties. He's got some shit. He's got bigger ones than a lot of girls I see around here. So fucking a big booba Twink Toilet here. Twink Toilet died, McNuggets. He died a few years ago. I think 2013 or something. I'm not really sure what he died of. We'll look it up after. Let's continue.
I have cancer. That's not a real excuse for it, but I wasn't in my
not
right
an
mind.
excuse for it.
Really? I'm stupid. I'm really stupid for doing this. It doesn't take an idiot to know that you guys are setting up stings, but I wasn't thinking. And to be honest, people say, well, you're thinking about sex. I wasn't even thinking about...
Oh, okay, that's an interesting take too, because he's also like, he doesn't deny what he's doing or anything or say it's wrong. He's just like, oh, I should have known you guys are doing stings. You guys are doing stings everywhere. I should have been more careful. I'm stupid because I let myself get caught.
He uses the screen name Twink Toilet, which apparently hints at what he.
Oh yeah, he does. He does look like he has the jars full of jizz with the My Little Pony figures. Yeah, he does. He looks like the Discord admin neckbeard. I don't know if any of you guys watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but that's how I see Mista. I fucking hate Mista. He's like the worst character in the whole series. So I draw him as a fucking neckbeard simp, and he's Simpsta. That's one of the things he does is he collects he um collects figures and he puts them in jars of his own jizz. So yeah, it's I can see Twink Toilet doing that. The thing with Twink Toilet though, he'd probably eat that shit. The Discord admin daddy to his Discord kitten, yeah. He's always like, I always hated that. I was just like, bro, like it's always like someone like, my little kitten. It's you know what the fucking neckbeard is always like, well, actually, it doesn't matter what you say, but it's always like, well, actually, and then they're gonna like give you some they're probably gonna give you some I don't know discourse on like how religion bad because religion bad because it tells me not to masturbate or something like that. The fucking goober.
Had in mind for the boy.
You said that you love to be used by young boys. Is that true? Is that what you said?
Yes. Yes, and if you read down further in the line, it's fantasy.
But explain to me what that means to be used by young boys.
Oh man, I don't think you want to know, bro. Twink Toilet, he wants a little boy to pee and shit on him. Like, yeah, that's pretty nasty. Neckbeards always think they're the first one to ever discover atheism. I mean, it's hilarious because like it's whatever, like, you can believe what you want, but it's just like they're always like the douchiest. You know what? Yeah, you're right. He does sound like Dr. Phil. He kind of got the Dr. Phil look going on. Like, well, shit. I'm trying to think of what Dr. Phil would say. Well, Dr. Phil would give him a tongue lashing. Like, what do you think would happen trying to get shit on by a little boy? Why would you do that? But yeah, neckbeards love to. You know what? It's because they always have like that stupid condescending. They always have that condescending attitude, and they have like the condescending attitude, and they're like fucking very pretentious about everything. They always think they know more than anyone. Yes, they're smarter than everyone. They always like, I am an intellectual gentleman. Oh, look at the brutish Chads lifting weights. The Chads lifting weights and getting all the girls, leaving none for me to choose. Actually, that sounded like a weird combo. Chris Chad and Elliot Roger. You girls.
Used, humiliated, I don't know.
And then you say love dirty boys, B-O-I-S, who love getting freaky. Now, what does that last part mean?
Again, fantasy takes over reality. I've never done really anything. I've done a little bit of the water sports, but like I said, beyond...
The guy's just looking like, what? I never done anything. I just done a little bit of the water sports. It's like, the guy's not there because you did the water sports. He's there because you try to do the water sports with the child. Facts and logic when the arguments are based in their anger. Hold on. Where's this? It went away. What does this say? Facts and logic when their arguments are based in their anger because women don't want to sleep with them. Yeah, precisely. And then they're like, women should lower their standards to go for a nice guy like me, it's like, why don't you think about bettering your life? First off, get a job application. Move out the mother's basement. Go to the gym. You know, work work on your body, work on your mind, work on your soul. There's always work to be done to better yourself as an individual. It's not that hard. Basic hygiene. Oh yeah. It's funny because $200 body pillows, no expense, but a $5 stick of deodorant is is like asking the world of them. That's another thing. I'm gonna be an asshole or whatever. I don't care. Um, I have a full beard. Um, I shave the mustache because I don't fucking like mustaches. I think they look fucking creepy. I could probably grow it to. I mean, when a mustache is connected to a beard, I think it looks alright. But by itself, I think it looks stupid. I guess me because it's got so much connotation with pedos, but low key, I do want to get a body pillow. I don't know who I want on it. Yeah, shit. I never really thought about it. I never really thought about it, but I did see one time someone had I was looking up some Doro Hidoro stuff on Etsy, and someone did have the waifu noi on the body pillow. And that was the first time I ever considered getting one, because I was just like, "Oh yeah, get Jeff Stacy on it. It's a question. Do you do anal?" He had the body pillow with like a little like voice chip in it and asking, "Do you do anal?" It's a question. um, but yeah, fucking Noi on a body pillow is probably as close as I got to considering it. Um, but I was just like, you know what? I actually have had relations with women. I don't really want to throw that throw that away. I want to keep what's left of my humanity. um, fucking hell though, but like, where was I getting onto this? We got this whole neckbeard debacle. But yeah, he's just like, oh, I've done water sports. All you gotta do is say it's ironic. Yeah, it's like ironically got the furry prawn. I mean, shit, I will draw it for money. If anyone wants to commission me, sure, I'll draw your get knuckles. All right, that's a fair decision because I would probably get Rouge, the big titty bat. You gotta get the big titty bat, the horny bat on the pillow. Oh shit. Oh man. But yeah. Um Dr. Phil over here is just like uh it's not that you were trying to do water sports, it's that you're trying to do it with a child, bruh.
Nah, I've not done anything. It's all talk. So once you get beyond that, I've never done it. I don't know if I would have done it.
Do you remember during this chat that he told you he was 13?
Yes, quickly followed by my genius, are you a cop? Or related. Or with the NBC show. I don't know. I don't know.
I will give Edward Hollingsworth some credit. He's got a sense of humor about it. My genius, are you a cop?
What you believe?
Now I'm hanging myself.
Why?
Yes, I thought he was 13. It was fantasy. The decision to get in my car is the dumbest mistake in my life to this point. Get on the ground.
In the end, 25 men were caught in this operation and were charged with the.
All right, it seems like that's the end of the segment. You got the chat log. Predators and suicide. Oh, Skip Tracer's got some really good stuff. He don't want to look at it. Look at that. He's just like, it's like, bruh.
This guy's coming in. That could be the doctor.
Here's the doctor. Get that fucking doctor out of our fucking lives. Here we go, Edward Hogg. So he died in 2012. So he died when I was a high schooler. Pneumonia. But how's that suicide? Timothy Gilliam. I don't remember Timothy Gilliam. Huh. Hamburger refused meds while waiting trial. The hamburger is fucked up. Um, he, he reminds me. Yeah, that's why I say suicide by pneumonia. That's maybe it's just all the predators who died. This is from Joey's Tcap channel. Maybe it's just all the predators who died, and it's just like suicide is kind of like a common thing for a few of them. So just label that. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna get like too picky about it. Yeah, fucking hamburger reminds me of early Kyler from fucking Squidbillies. Roberto Forte. Yeah, I think he died, but nobody knows why. Fucking Dan Allen. Okay, so actually, we're probably gonna. I think Dan Allen won water sports too. I don't know if it's really mentioned in the TCAP segment, so we might get to him too as part of the Winnie story. Um, but it's weird because he looks kind of like Dan Schneider, who's also a really fucked up creep. So I keep thinking of Dan Schneider, but his fucking name keeps making me think of uh um Van Halen for some reason. Like keep saying Dan Allen in my head like Dan Allen. I don't know why it keeps coming in my head like that, but okay, so let's see. McNugget says Jerry Wayne Martin Kosis was into water sports. Okay, so that's another one. I think Cody Green mentioned that at one point too, but Cody Green was trying to get everything from that girl. So they'll probably be in this segment as well. The next one I'm gonna go to is Slave to Mistress because he's probably the biggest one besides the two we've done. Dan Schneider's nickname is an amazing YouTube video. Might have to check that out sometime. All right.
The result, to catch a predator first.
So this one was a double header. We had a tennis boy and we had a slave to mistress. And it's just kind of like, I remember Base Shaman saying that tennis boy kind of looks like a Mowgli from Jungle Book and stuff like that. Dan, hold her tighter. She's a fighter. She's like, oh shit. Oh God. Again, we have the Jungle Book tennis boy here, and then we have Slave to Mistress, and it's just a funny segment because Dad getting the van. Oh man, it's a funny segment because you got tennis boy. He's getting roasted by Chris Hansen. You can tell he fucked up. His life is over. And then Yazan Asfur walks in, and then they sit next to each other, and Chris starts reading back what he wants to do, and it's just like, oh man, this guy is way more fucked up than I am. He's just kind of like, oh shit, this guy is really fucked up, and then but it's like Yazan doesn't understand what's going on, and for some reason he thinks, well, I guess because he's like, I did for sex. For sex, I am not coming. He wasn't there for sex, which technically I guess he wasn't. He just wanted to be like tortured, which is Dan getting gnarly with iCarly. Oh shit. Oh fucking hell. um but you know, it's one of the, like so. Slave to Mistress here, he's got similarities with First and Grand, and the fact that he wants to be beaten up and used and abused. But he's got the similarities with Edward Hollingsworth for wanting to be used as a toilet as well. So it's kind of like the ties that bind. It's really fucking weird because like it's one of those things that it was strange enough it happened once, but to happen a few times over. Um, Especially with these Preds. Because I mean, like I guess the recurring thing with the Preds is they usually like, uh, oh, you got any hair down there, and you want to do some anal? Like that's like their like go-to thing is anal and like, do you have any pubes? But the whole toilet thing and being up is like actually it fucking reminds me of EDP. So if any of you guys followed the EDP shit, I saw his chat log and I call EDP Chocolate Lord because his shit is so similar to Lord, but like more perverted and fucked up than Lord. Like Lord, like you know, Lord is sick and shit, but his is like very childish. He's just like, yeah, are you anxious to touch my penis and stuff like that. Whereas fucking EDP, he's because it's a 13-year-old girl and stuff. He's doing it too. He sent her like a shit pic, and then he sent her toilet play is humiliation based, so it makes sense that they will want a kid to do it because it adds to their humiliation. Yeah, I mean, I understand that to an extent, but it just makes it like more disgusting and fucked up because it's like you just want something to eat. Yeah, the fucking cupcake. Uh, actually, McNuggets, I really love your Lauren Five Nights at Freddy's. Because actually, for the EDP action figure we're making with Phil Bar Toys, the drawing I did for it is EDP trying to get a cupcake at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. So, so uh, Freddy's about to stuff him in the Freddy suit, which you know what happens when that happens. So he's just I just came to get a cupcake, and Chicho's got the cupcake, and then Freddy's in the suit. So when the EDP figure comes out, that's the art that's coming with it. But yeah, EDP. He sent her a shit pic, and then because it's a 13-year-old girl, one of the things he said is he wanted to fuck her innocence away. Like how fucking degenerate and sickening is that? But he also wanted her to dom him and shit too. He basically wanted, it's already like what the fuck when you think about it, like a 500-pound man being like given cock and ball torture and shit and being whipped and whatever. But then you think of he wanted that with a damn seventh grader. It's like a little like fucking seventh grader like whipping his ass and kicking his balls and shit. Like what the bro? And then I don't know if you guys seen EDP's dick pic because he sent it with the chat log. That shit's like maybe 2 or 3 inches hard. It's really fucking sad. This shit looks like all foreskin. I know people make fun of Lauren a lot, but like when I sent the dump, I was expecting something a lot worse. I was like, oh, you know what? Like, I was kind of disappointed. Like, I thought Lauren had like a super micro penis. I mean, it's like below average or average size, but I was expecting because people made it sound like he had like some fucked up, like super, like super chode that's probably got like genital warts and shit. I was expecting like something more horrific, and I was like, wait, what? As I mean, I guess the idea is to insult Lauren, which of course we love doing. Damn, and then add 400 pounds must look like it's half an inch. You know if you have the stomach to do it, look up EDP's chat log and you can see it. Um, like I said, it looked like it's all foreskin, so it looked like if someone broke off like the tip of a cigar or some shit. Like it was very sad looking. I was just like, I was like, fucking hell, dude. Like, I was like, I guess you could say, someone smaller than Lauren. At least he's breaking stereotypes. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could say that. I mean, the whole idea that people think, "Oh, you're black, so your penis must be big," is like kind of ridiculous. But um, you know, the shit he's got, like, fucking hell, dude. That's depressing. It's honestly, it's depressing. Like Lauren, you can laugh at his dick because it's small and shit, but you see EDP is just like a literal micro penis. Like it's actually like depressing. It's sad to look at. Like, anyways, enough penis talk. Let's talk about Slater.
Our decoy invites him inside. Why don't you come in over here and stand right over here at the bar? How are you? Good, good. Yes, come here. I want you guys to meet each other. This is Tennis Boy 213. And Tennis Boy, this is Slave to Mistresses, right? What are you doing here? Actually, it's pretty clear to us what he's doing here and who he is. It's all in his online chat. 26-year-old Yazan As4 uses the screen name Slave to Mistresses. That gives you an idea what's on his mind. He's a former member of a Jordanian band.
That's something here, man. Shit, dude. 26 and you're that fucking bald. Man, that's sad. I can't even fucking imagine that. I'm 27 right now. Um uh and I could not fucking imagine that because I've got like a 3 head. Like I have a pretty low hairline and I have a lot of hair. My hair's pretty long. I cut it a bit last year, but I had my hair down my back and my beard's long enough that I could actually, I mean, it was not like super long, but I could tie it a little bit. There's a guy in my high school with a receding hairline. It's sad. Like, yeah, I didn't really see that too much in my high school, but what I will say is when I graduated, I did see a lot of people like just like all their hair fell out and stuff. Like, there's this guy I knew, and I'm not gonna say his name or whatever, but people said he used to call himself the Indian Mario because he kind of looked like super. He had like the height, and he had like a mustache. He had like a mustache for some reason in fucking high school. Like those like shitty mustaches teenagers grow. He had like the height and build of like Mario, so he called himself the Indian Super Mario. And he had like okay hair in high school, but like I saw him like a year or two after we graduated. It's like all his hair fucking fell out. Well, not all of it, but like it's like really patchy and receding. Um, I was like, shit, man. I was like in shock. I was like, he looked like he aged 20 years. He is in his 40s or something. Uh, yeah, poor guy, man. I was just like, um, I don't know if it's because I think he tried to do like a business major or something. And he just like went into like the corporate world or something, actually, well, it's still like college time. It's just college like fucking sapped life out of him. I don't fucking know. Um, my point is, if you don't have hair, shave it. Like, don't don't do the shoe like Lauren does. Like, it's just not a good look, man. Like, I don't fucking understand that. Or do the Cyrex Chance Wilkins and have a skullet.
Basketball team and now a student and personal trainer. Like the previous man, As4 chatted with a decoy who told him she was 13. But unlike Khan, As4 mostly wanted the girl.
Hair loss is a requirement for a bachelor in business. Oh, man. I suppose so. And that's another thing with this guy is it's really weird that he for someone who's like an athlete and has like takes care of themselves and is a good physique and stuff is very This is very like weird type of like fetishes and stuff. This is the type of fetishes like some fucking incel um who's on the internet, like well not on the internet, but like say like 4chan or this is like a Redditor's type. This is a fucking Redditor's type of fetish here. Not a basketball players. Like this is fucking I saw the thing where Ember fucking got him off or what like she's like, oh, I'm gonna degrade him or whatever. I was like, with this guy nuts to that shit. Why you giving him why are you giving him a free nut? Like why is she giving sex offenders free nuts with the fucking like look at me, I'm trolling, but like you're giving them what they want. Like this shit with Stanley and this guy and Lauren, like, Lauren got some free nuts to it. I don't why would troll somebody why did you give a sex offender a free nut? This guy likes being made fun of and humiliated. And he gave him that. He didn't say like, oh, you know what, you're very attractive and a very masculine guy. He probably would have hated that. But you're like, oh, you're a fucking bitch. He's just like, oh, fucking nutting to it. Okay, what? Sorry, let's get back to it.
To do things to him. We can't get too detailed, but we can say he prefers to be treated like a dog and also a toilet. We'll have to leave it at that. He sends live video of himself naked and wearing a dog collar.
The fucking dog collar, bro. Fucking dog collar. But yeah, like if you look at this pic right here, dude, like the guy's actually got muscles and shit. Like it's very fucking weird. Like you kind of imagine whoever is doing this would be like some fat dude in a Gimp mask or like some like really skinny, weak looking person, but yeah.
With a link to a website that illustrates what he's talking about. So what's he have to say now that he's alongside another potential predator, just like two guys at the bar? What are you doing here tonight? Nothing. Well, it sure seems like he had a lot of plans in this chat.
Can I ask a question? Sure. Is my family going to have to know about this?
Why are you so concerned about your family knowing?
Because this is something that would ruin my life.
Well, you made the decision to come in here, but I'm going to get back with you in a minute because I have a couple questions for you. What were you planning on doing here tonight? Did you bring your collar with you?
Look at Chris Hansen. I love Chris, dude. He's like the fucking best. Like he's got like the best. He's got like the best trolling, dude. Like just the way he's just like casually. Did you bring your collar with you? Look, he's just like you don't even know what to say. He's like he looks like a deer in the headlights. Like he just got caught in the moment.
What is all this slave talk in here? And you're saying all this to a girl who said she was 13? 13, yes. What is all this about?
He's just I don't want to have sex. Like, I guess that's an interesting excuse. It's invalid, of course, but it's just it's interesting. It's just like, well, I didn't come here for sex. I came here to be beaten up.
That's not what you say here. But you in those pictures? Got a collar on there. Well, you sent this, right? You sent this? You can't remember. That's you, though, right? So there's only one way that these pictures could have gotten here, and that's by you sending them. And for you sent pictures too, didn't you? And what did that picture show? You thought that was okay to send a naked picture of yourself to a 13-year-old girl? Okay. Why did you do it? Do you do this all the time? No. Khan tells me he brought condoms and knows what's going on.
I've seen this program.
You've seen this program?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what you've walked into here.
Yeah.
See, it's a strange dynamic here too. It's like Safraz Khan is just like he knows what's going on. It's just like, oh shit, my life's over. I fucked up. It's all gone. And then like Izad is just standing there like he doesn't understand what's going on. He's just like, well, I just came here to get walk like a dog. Like, what's the problem? And he didn't know he's gonna be arrested and shit.
We're still trying to figure this out, so I'm going to tell you both what's going on here. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. We're doing a story on adults who try to meet underage teens online for sex. As 4 still appears confused, but Khan clearly knows what's coming.
He's just like we're both gonna get arrested. Like it's just like bro, like don't you understand? Like we're like our lives are over, man. Like and Yazad's still confused. It's like what's going on? I don't see the problem here. It's just so fucking interesting.
I'm very sorry about this. I just want to make things right. I feel really bad about this.
Okay, I appreciate that. Khan leaves as 4 follows shortly after. Outside, the Flagler Beach police are waiting. At the police station, the 2 men are questioned by investigators at the same time, as 4 is worried about his reputation and still says he didn't do anything wrong.
The situation will hurt me. It's I did not do any criminal in my life. Even I did not do any sex with a woman.
What if you had got it over here and she had wanted to have had sex with you?
I will not accept. Because many girls try to have sex with me.
I would not accept a woman to say, "Hey, would you like sex with me?" I would not accept. Yeah, that's a very fascinating way of putting it.
I swear I am virgin. I swear to God. My God, what?
And that's a first too. I mean, maybe it could be true or whatever, but it's very. What kind of guy goes around is like, I swear I am a virgin. I would not want sex. I would not want sex with her and stuff like that. Um, so that's a first here.
To know her because she was in
Major Safraz Khan.
I just made a terrible mistake that the problem is.
Later, both men were charged with 3.
Oh shit! I just got an email from YouTube saying you got copyright or some shit like that. So let me see what they're bitching about. Your stream was interrupted. Shit. Is anyone still there?
She was going with it.
So she wanted it.
That's what it's for.
Okay, so this one's from Dr. Julian Bashar. It's Cody Green. He's another one who talked about water sports as well. Not sure if he gets mentioned in this segment, but so the first thing I wanted to cover was like I said, Lance Fine, Edward Hollingsworth, and Yazan Ashfur, because those 3 are like the major like I said, I'm dedicating this to Winnie because it's very fecal matter focused. Those 3 are the major like water sports and type stuff players. We're going to the minors now. We're going from the major leagues to the minor leagues. Like Cody here, he wants to basically try a bit of everything. Water sports and one of the things he mentioned. He wanted to do anal with the decoy. And he's just like, And she's like, well, I don't really want to. He's like, well, I got my mom's purple dildo. You can stick it in my ass if you let me pound yours. So he kind of offers like a trade deal. He puts the trade offers like, do you accept or decline? Would you fuck my ass? I'll let you fuck my ass if you let me fuck your if you let me fuck yours. So there's very interesting here. We got Master Disguise Cody Green. Um, once this thing was over, like all his different pictures, he looks different. All of them, he has a different hairstyle. He'll either add or lose weight. There's even a picture that he looks like Dark Side Phil, so it's very interesting. He also thought Paul Wall was gonna make him a grill.
To me,
So you're saying it's normal to have sex with a third there? That here he is, about to get in trouble yet another time. Hey! Why don't you step right over there, please? You have a seat right in that chair. Please sit down.
I'm ending agreement with this.
I need you to sit down and you can tell me all about it, I promise.
please, sir, I really drove this far for no reason.
You drove this far for no reason.
I swear to you, I asked her, and I swear to you, I asked her this.
You asked who?
I asked Maddie.
Take your time. I'm going to let you explain the whole thing.
I said, if this is really not what you're looking for, I really want you to tell me.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting too. He's like, sir, I drove all the way over here for no reason. It doesn't sound like he's saying like, well, maybe he's saying like, oh, I drove here to do nothing, but it sounds kind of more like he's saying, I drove all the way here and now I don't get to fuck my little girl. Like shit.
That, because I will come over and I swear I will just be with you and I will not touch you, anything like that. Is what I said, and I can prove that to you. I will show it to you.
You'll show me how.
Please, I swear, sir, I'm the person. I need a girl in my life, and if she really wanted to be my friend, that would be all I needed from her. I've never hurt anyone. I've never done anything. I would not have hurt her.
Now, what did you bring with you?
Like she asked me.
He's most likely there to get food for the decoy. I think she said that was one thing he was supposed to do.
And white chocolate.
Yes, sir. That's what I told her.
Yeah, he got her the white chocolate. I'm not sure, but Cody Green is probably looking for some chocolate himself. I'm not sure if he's like Jim Klein, but like Jim Klein, he wanted to break himself off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. You know what I'm saying?
What about condoms?
Yes, sir. I have them also, but that was not my intention. I swear to you, sir.
What were you going to use the condoms for?
She told me to bring them also.
So you did everything just because she told you?
Yes, sir. I swear to you, that is the reason for it.
Then why did you send her pictures like this?
Because she asked me to.
She asked you to send
She
pictures?
didn't ask me to send nude pictures, I know.
Right. So there's a big difference between sending a photograph of yourself and sending pictures of your genitals. It's not like the decoys are asking to be sent these pictures. I mean, these guys offered right up. Did you say you are ready to have my thing in your mouth?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by that?
Are you ready to have my in your mouth?
Are you ready to have my dick in your mouth? I like how he's just looking at Chris Hansen like, you don't know what thing means? Like, I gotta explain what thing means. Would you like to have my dick in your mouth?
You know what I meant? Because she was going with it.
So she wanted it.
That's what. If she really didn't want it, sir. Yes, sir.
All the way. There you go. All the way.
I never noticed that before. They actually like leg cuffed him too. That's kind of. Does it actually? That's kind of a weird thing about. He's got the ass pants already. Like, what's the leg cuffs like? Wouldn't that just make his pants sag more? Like, this shit's gonna just like drop down and be around his knees or some shit. Like, I don't know if you thought that one through. He puts
Based upon the items found in his SUV, it looked like Cody Green was planning to spend the night. I mean, he had spare clothes, condoms, everything was there. What's that?
That's weird. I didn't notice they have like some. Most of the times I watch these, I'm like listening to them while I'm stocking produce and stuff at work. So I'm not like actually looking at the screen. I didn't know they have like in a little van here. So that's kind of funny.
He is not back down, Cody Green. Gives the cameraman the finger. He's defiant till the end.
What's your right hand for?
And we're gonna need you to take a shower, shampoo, and change out and put on one of the black and white uniforms.
You get caught once, you take your punishment, you get some help, and you move on with your life. But you get caught twice.
So I didn't know they have him take a shower and stuff, but they give him like the old school prison jumpsuit. I like that. He's got the burglar stripes and stuff rather than the orange jumpsuit. He's got the classic going on here.
That raises serious questions about your ability to be rehabilitated. I think a lot of these guys, once they're caught, realize how stupid it was for them to do it. Some of these guys just don't ever think.
All right, so there's that. Probably gonna go to our last one here. Let's see. Oh, Martin Coxis, I think is his name. So, not just an RPG. Why is just? I accidentally looked up just an RPG.
You know the words.
Okay. Martin Coxis. No. Jerry Wayne. Yeah, I thought he went by Jerry Wayne, but this wasn't Joey's Tcap channel. This guy looks like a fucking burn victim or something. Like, he looks fucking weird as hell.
Okay, if I so ask if I can keep being out.
On a Sunday morning.
I am outside to say hi and meet a friend.
Hi and meet a friend.
Yeah, but I probably got the wrong address.
Wait. Is this... Oh, never mind. It looks like he doesn't have a top lip. He does, but it's just like probably the camera quality or something. This guy looks weird as hell though. Like he looks like Leatherface or some shit. Like he looks like he's wearing someone's face like sewn onto his or something. Like they grafted on someone else's face onto his own head. It's a very fucking weird look. But apparently he's into water sports too. It's just kind of like the recurring. It's our recurring theme for right now. We're doing it for Winnie. It's just like I think my favorite moment with Winnie is when she was singing to Lauren and she's like, "I just want to use that cock tonight. Try to pull it out, but my twat's too tight." So we're doing it for Winnie, who, as a character, granted, fictional character, but people forget the fictional character is also a child molester and a rapist on her own, who acts like a barnyard animal. Is always sexually assaulting Dan and shit when he's trying to sleep, having sex with like underage Victor. It's funny because she lectures Lauren about how fucked up he is, but the character of Winnie is actually worse than Lauren. So it's always funny that those encounters happen. But yeah, you know, I think my stream got fucked up because of some copyright thing came up for running these clips. So the Yahoo police, so you know YouTube police are shutting it down. So I don't see anyone in the comments or anything. So I gotta make some food anyway. It's starting to get around that time, so I'm gonna leave for right now. Thanks for everyone to join. I might be back later. I'm not sure if I'll do it tonight or maybe some other time. But I do want to start doing a live reading of Taken Abroad. So we're probably gonna have some late night Lord reading. Thanks for everyone to join and see you guys around.